Hello everyone. Today we will learn the current dividing rule, which is CVL. Let's say we have a circuit and here is two resistor, and the current through the circuit is, let's say, 9 ampere, and the first resistor will be 3 ohm. The second resistor is, let's say, 6 ohm. And what will be the current through 3 ohm and what will be the current through 6 ohm, which is I2. Now we can see there is two resistor. uh, that's a very much simple circuit. We can solve it without doing any mathematical calculation, because we can see there is 3 ohm and here is 6 ohm. So the current through the 3 ohm will be the double of the current through 6 ohm, because 3 is half of 6 ohm. So the less resistance, the more current flow. We can see there is, if we consider 3 ohm, uh, so I1 can be 6, and if I1 is 6, then the current through the 6 ohm I2 have to be the half of 6. So hello everyone. Today we will learn the current dividing rule, which is CVL. Let's draw a circuit, and the current through the circuit is, let's say, 9 ampere, and the first resistor will be, let's say, 3 ohm, and the second resistor will be 6 ohm. Now that's a very much simple circuit. We can solve it without doing any kind of calculation and without any kind of theory, because we can see there is two resistor, one is 3, another one is 6 ohm. So the 3 is the half of 6, so the current through the 3 ohm will be the double of the current through 6 ohm. The current through 3 ohm we called it I1, and current through the 6 ohm we called it I2. Now I1 have to be the double of the I2, because the 3 is half of 6 ohm. So if I1 is, let's say, 6, then I2 have to be the half of 6, which is 3. Now you can see there is 6 plus 3 is 9, and we can solve it without doing any kind of theory. If we do it with our normal theory, it will look like I1 is equal to uh, total I, which is 9 ampere. We called it I, and then it's R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So the calculation have to be 10, sorry, it should 9, um, it will be 9, and R2 is obviously 6, and R1 plus R2 have to be 3 plus 6 9, so it will be 6 ampere, which is I1, and I2 is obviously, here is I2, just because here is I2, the here will be R1, so R1 plus R2, which is basically 9, 3 divided by 9, which will be 3 ampere, which will be I2. Now that was a very much simple circuit. Now if we have three resistor connected each other with a parallel, let's say 3, I think the circuit was not very good, so let's redraw the circuit. Let's say here is 2 ohm, there is 3 ohm, and here is 4 ohm, and current through the circuit is it's a 10 ampere. Now here the theory will be different. Let's say here is a and theory is the same. Let's draw first, and now here the theory will look like, let's say I1. Here it's a I1, which is current through the 2 ampere. We call it I1, we call it I2 is I1, and we call it I3. Now I1 will be the obviously total current I, which is 10 here, and now here in upper portion here will be 1 by R1 divided by summation of all resistor 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So here, okay, if we solve it, 10, then 1 by R1 1 by 2 is obviously 0.5, and here if we solve it like 0.5, 1 by R2 is 1 by 3, which is 0.33, 1 by 4 is 0.25, which is ultimately 10 into 0.46, which is 4.6. Now you can see there is we have solved the circuit for I1. Now here is our basic theory. What will be our basic theory? Our basic theory will be, let's say any kind of current through the circuit. If we want to determine it, then if one, let's say we want to find the current through the IN, okay, then the equation have to be total current IT, which we determined by IT, then 1 by Rn divided by 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus dot 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 dot, which is the number of resistor will be summed together